Yo, what's up? Mood 616 back at another entry in my top 25 groups of all time, my personal top 25 groups of all time. In at number 21, representing another group representing the native tongues, none other than the JBs, the motherfucking Jungle Brothers. Love these cats. Can you hear them in the background? For the most part, I gotta say, like, the first half of their discography is fantastic. They completely changed after their fourth record. After their fifth record came out, they were doing some house music and like stuff that I could never get into. But their first four records, in my opinion, are all personal classics. I think their first two are probably bona-fide, but Jungle Brothers, I love everything about the native tongue elements, and I really wish that there was a talk about an album back in the day, you know, with the Jungle Brothers and Tribe Called Quest and Black Sheep and GLE and, you know, so on. There's lots of people in native tongues, but it never happened. It would have been probably the best album ever. I mean, who knows, but the Jungle Brothers debut album, Straight Out of the Jungle, this album dropped in 1988. I was going to say 89 for some reason. 1988, the year I started listening to hip-hop. Just, you know, on that straight-up conscious tip, this is such a fantastic album. Such an awesome album. You can hear Straight Out of the Jungle, such a classic track. Jabberowski, everything. Oh, man. You know, the promo. Everything. Awesome. Classic album, no doubt, representing the native tongues. Just love the conscious stuff. This was the stuff that kept me going back in the early 90s. Absolutely loved it, you know. I've never been one to hate on really anything except for, you know, a lot of new mainstream stuff I can't get into, but I'd be 1 minute listening to a Scarface record, next minute listening to the Jungle Brothers, so, you know, I never discriminated in the genres of hip hop, but I especially love conscious hip hop, so it's Jungle Brothers, Straight Out of the Jungle. Classic debut. And for the second album, Done by the Forces of Nature, this album right here was a little different than the first album, beat-wise, I would say. I don't know, like, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this album. Bambaataa, he did the production on this record. And, you know, he's just a legend. You know, he's a legend representing the Zulu Nation. And this album had such a different vibe than the first record. I just loved it. I could never get enough of it. I think this album is actually just being released again. This is actually the re-release of it. I have the album on tape. I have the old CD somewhere. This is the newer shitty digipack, which, you know, these things come apart. I don't know what the hell's going on with those things, but I got it because it does have the instrumentals and a lot of remixes and stuff. It's worth getting. But there's going to be a same re-released double disc of this one too coming up, which I'll probably pick up. I've been buying a lot of the re-release, you know, double discs and stuff just because, whatever, double dip, and who cares. But I mean, I bought most of these albums on tape before too, so. But yeah, Bambaataa did the production on this record, and it's just funky, classic, straight up conscious. You know, it got that native tongue vibe to it, and JBs, man, for life. And then for their third record, the JBs with the Remedy. Once again, this album has a completely different feel to it. It's got not really filler on it, but it's got like totally different type of tracks on it. You know, it's still the Jungle Brothers, but I don't know, like, they still come correct, totally. This is just you know, for the third record, and this was such a different sounding record than both the other records. Like, they kind of changed their sound all around, and I really like this album. This album sometimes gets hated on. I don't know why, but the Jungle Brothers classic. I do recommend this though, just like the other two. And for their fourth album, Raw Deluxe, this album came out in '97, so it was about 4 years after. I think this was '93, yeah. So this album came out 4 years later. This had that total mid-'90s feel to it. It felt like it should have came out in '95. It had that type of feel to it. I really, really love this record. This record never gets talked about by the Jungle Brothers. It's always usually the first three, and I think this album is just fantastic, to be honest. I see, Rock Raider did a track on here. Most of Jungle Brothers produced their stuff, and the Roots actually produced a track on here. Yeah, so it's got some interesting production. I haven't actually checked out production credits in a long time on this, but yeah, I definitely recommend this record right here. You know, more native tongue stuff, and then, like I said, after this album, they completely changed. I can't remember who left the group, but anyways, they started doing like house music and kind of like dance, kind of dub. I don't know what was going on there, but it was completely just, I don't know. If you're into that stuff, I'm not gonna call it whack, but you know, I never could get into it, but you know, it wasn't Jungle Brothers to me. It didn't have that native tongue feel, like this stuff in the background, just classic stuff. But yeah, so it's the Jungle Brothers, and at number 21. Like I said, I recommend all these albums totally. You know, it is what it is, man. It's the JBs represent the native tongues. So yeah, number 21, the Jungle Brothers, and I'll be coming back in a couple days, starting off the top 20, my top groups of all time, and MCs. Mood 616, thanks for watching and subscribing. Can't say enough good things about the support I've been getting, so I got tons of videos to shoot this weekend, so it's gonna be like nothing but Mood 616 updates for y'all. So anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.